Why penalty states may be your best money-making opportunity. This lesson is filled with practical information that will make those of you who take advantage of what they learn wealthy. Later in the video, once you understand the alternatives, I'll reveal case history information about my student investors who have generated thousands of dollars in safe, secure profits. This session is concrete. I mean, down to earth. It's not abstract. Let me take a moment and pivot to an insight from my earlier time in life. In my youth, I spent my working days teaching other people how to fly airplanes privately and commercially. From my experience, I learned, and I can assure you, a person cannot learn to fly an airplane by reading a book. It's a hands-on skill. I feel the same way about tax lien certificate and tax defaulted property auctions. I find those who expect and embrace coaching and accelerate their skills by attending auctions to observe and practice will be the biggest wealth generators. Tax defaulted real estate business has many dozens of ways to create generous returns for your time and your money invested. It's a simple business of buying bargain real estate at public auctions at big discounts and then reselling the bargain real estate at a profit considerably below the market value. The margin between the auction price and the price you sell for is your profit. When newcomers, beginners realize the local county government will auction real estate with starting bid of just the delinquent past taxes, they find it very attractive. County governments are regulated by the state legislature. The legislature mandates delinquent real estate must be sold to the highest bidder and the revenue from that auction used to pay the delinquent property taxes. Starting bids could be as low as 5 or 10 cents on the dollar when compared to the tax assessed value. The county treasurer has been authorized by the Board of Supervisors to delete and eliminate the mortgage or the deed of trust. The new auction buyer is able to purchase from the local government for 60%, 70%, even 80% discounts below the tax assessed value. Keep watching to discover the 3 strategies my students use to maximize their returns in the tax defaulted real estate business. This practical advice could transform your future. I'm discussing a little known lucrative business of off-market real estate. The real estate is deeply discounted and mortgage free. This is real estate that you, my viewer, can purchase for pennies and then fix it up, or you can rent it, or you can resell it, or you can live in it. It's all up to you. Viewers should expect 5,000 tax defaulted auctions nationwide. Tax defaulted properties will be sold with no mortgage to the highest bidder. Your local county government needs the revenue to pay the school teachers, pay the county administration, firefighters, police officers, and dozens of other people. The state has created an honest and ethical way to generate revenue for the local county. You as an investor can make generous returns in any of the 3 different ways. I will start with tax lien certificates, and then I'll proceed to redeemable deeds, and then I'll end up with tax defaulted auctions. Tax lien certificates are easy to understand. If the property owner has not paid the taxes, the local government will sell the defaulted taxes to investors. When the property owner finally pays the taxes, they'll have to pay an outrageous interest rate, which could be 16, 18, or even 24% in addition to their taxes. Simple investment, millions of certificates are available nationwide. The interest rate for tax lien certificates is annualized. Redeemable deeds. Now, this is a powerful investment category. For example, in Texas, you can earn 25% a penalty return in 180 days or less by purchasing a redeemable deed. Georgia, using a similar system, pays an investor 20% in 365 days or less. Redeemable deeds can change your financial destiny quickly. According to the Federal Reserve Bank, only 31% of Americans have funded their retirement plan. Before you finish this video, you will have a solution to that retirement challenge. If you have any questions about how redeemable deeds work or how you can get started, ask your questions in the comments box below. The solution is this: if you can buy real estate for pennies on the dollar, your whole life will change. I know many of my viewers feel trapped in a job that they don't like, or they're in an environment where they feel it's impossible to grow financially. What I'm suggesting is a whole new approach. Redeemable deeds are sold in 6 states. Texas, on the first Tuesday of the month, authorizes all 254 counties to sell tax defaulted property. This is all supervised by the Board of Commissioners and the Board of Supervisors. The property will be sold to the highest bidder, usually at the courthouse steps or a location close by. When the deed is sold at auction, the highest bidder receives the document. That document is a redeemable deed, which simply means the defaulting property owner may redeem the property at any time during the next 180 days. If they do redeem the property and the deed, they must come forward and pay whatever the auction buyer paid. In other words, 100% return of capital, plus an additional 25% penalty. Imagine earning 25% return in 180 days. If the property owner fails to come forward and redeem, the highest bidder will own the property for what they paid for the redeemable deed. In closing, let's discover routine tax defaulted auctions. The county will confiscate and then auction to the highest bidder. That auction is final. There are no refunds allowed. The new buyer owns the property with no mortgage or deed of trust loan. My recommendation is keep your 9-to-5 job. It's safe and it's secure. Don't quit. Redeemable deeds are available in Texas, Georgia, Delaware, South Carolina, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. Let's get your retirement plan working and build security. Being a successful entrepreneur isn't exactly a walk in the park. Be careful about attempting to travel through this minefield alone. There'll be many obstacles. That is why you should seek advice from experienced attorneys and financial professionals. I personally employ coaches that give real-life, hands-on experience that they learned buying and selling tax defaulted properties at auctions. To summarize today's lesson and emphasize how profitable redeemable deed investing can be, think about what you have just learned. It's a valuable lesson to burn into your brain. This is a perfect example how one man's garbage can be another man's gold. The property owner forfeited a used, abused property. The new bidder purchased a redeemable deed. If the property owner never comes forward, the new owner has purchased a property for just back taxes. Experience has shown me that counties report 95 to 97% of all defaulted taxes are redeemed and paid for. If you can make 25% in 180 days or less, how long would it take you to get wealthy? If you learned a lot today, why not keep the momentum going? Subscribe now and get a free calendar to help you plan your next moves. Click below to receive yours now.